we've got a number of choices ahead of us. So one possibility in getting to Europe from here would be to simply just head off in a straight line, but it does make a lot more sense to go to the Azores first, and then the other option we have is either going to the Azores in a straight line or taking a dog leg and going to the Azores through Bermuda. So we have chosen the latter. So today, this afternoon, we're going to pull out of this beautiful anchorage and we are going to head north to Bermuda. I'll set up the wind vane.
Super cool.
Good afternoon. It is the afternoon of Monday the 3rd of April and we are in the second day of our roughly a week-long crossing from Barbuda to Bermuda, and it's going really well. It's a very sunny day, we're on a beam reach, doing a really nice speed, the wind is fairly predictable, the sun is very shiny. I think the only thing that we are thinking ahead about is that around the time of our arrival, which will be sometime at the weekend, probably say Sunday or Monday coming up, that there's a low pressure system passing over Bermuda, which will probably turn all this fairly benign weather into something a little nastier. So we're going to worry about that as the week progresses, since there's not much we can do about it now. And all we're going to do is enjoy the sunshine. Oh, I forgot, there's one thing. The sargassum weed, which seems to be a great feature, especially recently with large blooms of sargassum in the Atlantic hitting the Caribbean and the US, also means that out here every few hours we give the engine a vigorous run in reverse just to clear the sargassum off anything under the boat, the rudder, the propellers, things like that. And it's really obvious if you avoid it that after a while your speed just drops and drops and drops, and we haven't looked under the boat. We kind of imagine there's this big clog of weed gumming everything up. So that's one fun little activity of the day. Good afternoon, actually good morning. It's Wednesday the 5th of April. We've done a total of 3 days into our passage from Barbuda to Bermuda, and I think we've been doing an average about 6 knots over the trip so far, which is pretty good for us, and also in a straight line, which is also pretty good for us. And so we've done about 400 nautical miles, and we've got 500 nautical miles left to run. And so today is Wednesday, and I think if we're lucky we'll get in on Sunday, which is still the day that a low pressure system is supposed to pass over Bermuda and cause a little bit of wind chaos. but I don't think I'm too worried about that. I think it'll be fine. So yeah, it's going well, surprisingly well. I don't think it's been ages really since we've been somewhere where we've just gone in a dead straight line, barely touching the sails, wind on the beam all the way. Yeah, a lot to be thankful for there. And as usual, out here in the tropics, in the middle of the Atlantic, it's a beautiful day. The following morning, things look less idyllic. Thursday morning for you. Crikey. It's Thursday. What do you think of Thursday so far, Rosemary?
Rubbish! Actually, it's really nice. It's just different.
We're sitting here in about 30 knots having a cup of tea, waiting for it to calm back down to what it was forecast to do. But look, there's some sun coming out. Going to be fine. What are your hopes for the day?
It would be nice if there was some sun so that I could carry on reading my book in the sunshine, but I am quite enjoying watching the wildness of it at the moment, as long as it doesn't get too much wilder.
Oh, it won't. It's going to be fine. How hard is it to make tea, Rosemary?
Quite hard! Quite hard. That just all spilled everywhere, and I thought I'd got quite a sus technique at this point. And maybe I am actually going to need to take the kettle to it, but that is full of danger too. It's a high risk operation. That now has water in, but there's no way it can have any milk in.
It's stage one though, isn't it? I mean, one step at a time.
Indeed. It's quite draining. I've never had so little tea in my life.
Uphill to the fridge.
Eek! Eek! Oh, 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 it's all going wrong. Ah!
I got it. All very deft. Actually, it's hard to complain when you're going reliably nearly 8 knots and in the right direction. It's Friday afternoon, finished 5 days so far at sea on this passage, and we're about 180 miles from Bermuda, and it's been a interesting 24 hours because yesterday really was, it seemed to be the whole day was just 30 knots continuous, which really wasn't what was forecast, and it made the day kind of fun but also supremely bouncy, and the same with the night. And today is a lot calmer. The sea is still rather confused, but we're making decent progress, and it looks like we might get into St. George's in Bermuda this weekend, maybe sometime on Sunday, which would be brilliant. So say another day and a half or 2 days to run, and then we'll have finished the passage. It's Saturday 8th of April and we are about 1 day out from Bermuda now. The wind has just about completely died, so we're motor sailing so that we can get into Bermuda early tomorrow on Sunday. There's supposed to be some reasonable risk of higher winds in Bermuda Sunday afternoon and evening, so we're just happy that we can get in before we need to even worry about that. And so that means ahead of us this way we're about 100 miles out from Bermuda, and then back the other way behind us where we've come from, about 800 miles back to Barbuda. Hi Rosemary.
Hello. I was just going to come out and watch the stars for a bit.
You should do it, they're beautiful.
Oh, I'm going to turn this light out, is that okay?
Yep.
Oh, hang on, what about this one?
Yep. We're hailed by Bermuda Radio at 5 AM and they were super friendly and super helpful.
This is Bermuda Radio 127. Do you read me over?
Bermuda Radio, this is Soundfire. Yes, reading you loud and clear. Over. Yes, we do, and we were going to head into St George's through Town Cut on that chart.
It looks like you're about 2.5 hours for making an approach to Town Cut. Does that sound correct, over?
Yes, that sounds correct. Our estimate to actually get into somewhere, say around Convict Bay, is about 2.5 hours, say 7:45-ish, something like that. Luckily for us, Rosemary's good at climbing up onto docks at 7:45 in the morning. This is it. This is us, Bermuda.